Well, hello. I'm Curmudgeon. This is Haunting Brew Meadery. And we are here at behest of Maven to talk to this dirty fella.
What are you gawking at? Can't you see I have problems here?
Alright, is something wrong?
Are you kidding me? Look at this place. I'm supposed to be holding a tasting of the new Hunting Brew Reserve for the captain of the guard. If he sees the meadery in this state, I'll be ruined.
Well, whose fault is that? I suppose I could help you.
Oh, really? And I don't suppose you just do it out of the kindness of your heart, would you? I hope you're not expecting to get paid until the job's done.
I'd better, or I'll yell skeever.
Okay. No need to make rash decisions. Here's half. You get the rest when the job's done. My only demand is that these vermin are permanently eliminated before my reputation is completely destroyed.
And how do I permanently clear the vermin?
I bought some poison. I was going to have my lazy good-for-nothing assistant Malice handle it, but he seems to have vanished. If you plant this in the vermin's nest, it should stop them from ever coming back.
Okay, you got a deal.
Don't come back until every one of those things are dead. Now I've got to clean up this mess.
Okay. Whoops. What's this blood all over the place? What in the world? Ah, skeevers. And there's a live one. And that one got caught in a trap. Wow, whoever did these skewers did a really good job. They are nasty looking. Just nasty. 10 years of ridicule, 10 years imprisonment, 10 years of exile. Children threw rocks, and the women spat upon me as the menfolk dragged me into White Run prison. They branded me a danger to their pitiful existence, used words like madman and insane. Could a madman escape the prisons undetected? Could a lunatic establish a laboratory right under the noses? Could a psychopath create a mighty army from the common skeever? My days as an apprentice alchemist in Winterhold were no better. Those egotistical braggarts couldn't compete with my abilities. Where they fell short, I'd constantly excel. Did they appreciate my genius? Did they relish my contributions? No. My instructors beat me and said I was irresponsible. And the archmages cast me into the streets like a common beggar. As my enemy grows complacent and weak, as they forget Hamlin and his utter brilliance, I build my army. I use every bit of knowledge at my disposal to forge their demise. Thanks to Sabjorn's unwitting assistance, my legion grows stronger every day. The irony that the same ingredients used to make his vile drink could be used to feed my offspring isn't lost upon me. Oh, they will pay. Their ignorance of impending annihilation amuses me. I will bury Whiterun and watch Winterhold burn. And when they experience the fury I've unleashed upon them, when my progeny are gnawing the flesh from their bones, they will come begging and groveling at my feet. But there will be no mercy, no quarter, and no leniency. And I will laugh, and I will dance, and I will rejoice over their mangled, broken corpses. The time for recompense has arrived. 10 years of pain, 10 years of misery, 10 years of death. 10 years of ridicule, 10 years of imprisonment, 10 years of exile. Okay, so what the hell is he talking about? 10 years of ridicule. Okay, so 10 years as an apprentice alchemist in Winterhold. Then he was thrown out, and he moved to Whiterun. And he was in prison for 10 years. Although and then I guess he's been down here for 10 years. And his name is Hamlin. For some reason, it rather completely eludes me. They're trying to pattern him after the Pied Piper of Hamelin in that German folk tale. Doesn't make much sense. In that story, activate the nest. Apply the poison to the nest, okay? In that story, the town fathers of Hamelin, a German town, contracted with a fella to rid the town of rats. Which he did. But after he had done so, they then refused to pay him, or didn't pay him what they promised to pay him. I forget exactly what the payment business was. Whatever, they didn't pay him. Didn't pay him sufficiently. One way, didn't pay him what he felt he was owed, and so he used a enchanted pipe, well, flute, if you will, and playing his flute, he enticed the children to follow him. And the children followed him. Away. And so he completed, okay? I've completed, I've poisoned the vat.
I can't wait to see
Was something
Savior.
Well, it's about time. I had to stall the captain until you were finished. You'll just have to wait until after the captain's finished. I suppose you can wait around if you must.
Well, Saviorn, now that you've taken care of your little pest problem, how about I get a taste of some of your meat?
Help yourself, my lord. It's my finest brew yet. I call it Hunting Brew Reserve. I think you'll find it quite pleasing to your palate.
Oh, come now. This is mead, not some wine to be sipped and savored. By the 8. What's in this?
I don't know. What's wrong?
You assured me this place was clean. I'll see to it that you remain in irons for the rest of your days.
That
Please,
seems a little
I don't
harsh.
understand.
Idiot. I should have known better to trust this place after it's been riddled with filth.
I beg you, please. This is not what it seems.
You're in charge here until I can sort this all out.
It will be my pleasure.
And you're coming with me to Dragon's Reach. We'll see how quickly your memory clears in the city's prisons. Now, move.
Look, I assure you this is all just a huge misunderstanding.
I said, move.
Farewell, Saviorn. I don't think that could have gone any better. Anything else you need before you head back to Riften?
I need to look at Sabjorn's books.
So, Maven wants to hunt down Sabjorn's private partner, huh? You're welcome to take a look around Sabjorn's office. He keeps most of his papers stashed in his desk. Here, this should help.
Oh, by the way, you never mentioned that lunatic living in the tunnel.
I thought it would be better to leave some of the details out of our previous discussion. Didn't want to risk you walking away from the job. Besides, you've done Maven a favor getting rid of him, and saved me from wasting coin hiring someone else to do it later.
What are you going to do with this place?
Start changing it over to the Blackbriar Meadery West as soon as possible. That was Maven's part of the deal. She's put me in charge of keeping the mead flowing, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. If you're in the area, and you ever need anything fenced, you just let me know. Remember to put in a good word with Maven for me.
My third and final offer. I feel I've been more than generous with the amounts I've stated to buy your meadery. There's no reason for competition to stifle both of our businesses. Unified, we could make Blackbriar mead. Oh my, wish to accept my offer. Please come to my Riften and stay at my manor as a guest. I think you'll find that being part of the Blackbriar family would be both lucrative and life-saving. Oh, Maven. You are a piece of work, Maven. Bless your heart.
believe that worked. Remember to put in a good word with Maven for me.
I trust you have good news for me?
Job's finished. Here's the information you requested.
This doesn't tell me much. The only thing that could identify Sabion's partner is this odd little symbol.
Yes, I've seen that symbol before.
Well, whoever this mysterious marking represents, they'll regret starting a war with me. You should bring this information to the Thieves Guild immediately. There's also the matter of your payment. I believe you'll find this more than adequate for your services. I believe we're done.
Buy some armor and live to tell about it.
What's going on?
Word on the street is that poor Sabjorn has found himself in Whiterun's prison. How unfortunate for him.
Yet very fortunate for Maven.
Exactly. Now you're beginning to see how our little system works. Maven sent word that you discovered something else while you were out there. Something important to the guild?
The same symbol from Golden Glow was involved.
Then this is beyond coincidence. First Arangoth, and now Sabjorn. Someone's trying to take us down by driving a wedge between Maven and the guild.
Is there anything we can do?
Mercer thinks he knows a way to identify this new thorn in our side. He wants to meet with you right away. And if I were you, I'd hurry. I've never seen him this angry before.
There you are. I've consulted my contacts regarding the information you recovered from Golden Glow Estate, but no one can identify that symbol.
I found the same marking at Honningbrew Meadery.
It would seem our adversary is attempting to take us apart indirectly by angering Maven Blackbriar. Very clever.
You admire them?
They're well funded, and they've been able to avoid identification for years. I'm impressed it reached this point. Just don't mistake my admiration for complacency. Our nemesis is going to pay dearly.
How can we make them pay?
Because even after all their posturing and planning, they've made a mistake. The parchment you recovered mentions a Godgel lie. According to my sources, that's an old alias used by one of our contacts. His real name is Gullum Eye.
Where do I begin?
Gullum Eye is our inside man at the East Empire Company in Solitude. I'm betting he acted as a go-between for the sale of Golden Glow Estate and that he can finger our buyer. Get out there, shake him down, see what you come up with. Talk to Brynjolf before you leave if you have any questions.
Got a minute? Wanted to say something. I can't believe Gullum Eye's mixed up in all this. That Argonian couldn't find his tail with both hands. Don't get me wrong, he could scam a beggar out of his last septim, but he's no mastermind.
Think he'll give me trouble?
Trouble. He's one of the most stubborn lizards I've ever met. You have your work cut out for you.
So how do I get him to talk?
You're going to have to buy him off. It's the only way to get his attention. If that fails, follow him and see what he's up to. If I know Gullum Eye, he's in way over his head, and you'll be able to use it as leverage.
Betrayal or not, I'll let him live.
I'm glad to see you're embracing our methods. It would be a waste to lose a contact at the East Empire Company before we have the entire story. Just keep on Gullum Eye's tail, and he's bound to step into something he can't scrape off his boot.
If I get information from Gullum Eye, what then?
Just head right back to the guild and get the information to Mercer. Nothing else is more important. If you discover Gullum Eye's holding out on us and has more loot stashed away than he claims, we'd find that information quite valuable as well. Good luck in Solitude. Keep Gullum Eye alive, but remind him who we are.
Brynjolf, eh? Let me guess. He just plucked you off the street and dropped you into the thick of things without telling you which way is up.
Welcome to the cozy little family. I'm one of the lookouts for the guild. I watch Delvin's back.
What'll you give me for these?
Why don't you take a look at some of my merchandise and we'll see what kind of deal we can make. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Even if you're one of us, you better not make trouble.